Since last night, at least 50,000 people have trooped to Luneta Park to welcome year 2020. A lot of them traveled from provinces to enjoy the New Year revelry at the park. Mervin Asog's family drove all the way from Bulacan to enjoy the festivities.
Para maiba naman po.
Bakit saan ba kayo dati?
Sa bahay lang po.
Rogelio Humbay's family even flew from Cotabato to watch the fireworks.
Masaya dito kasi dito talaga napag-usapan sa maraming tao. Masarap kumain.
While majority of people here are happy to celebrate the New Year, there are some who will face the first day of 2020 behind bars. 11 vendors, including 2 minors, were arrested for allegedly littering at the park.
Yung mga customer kasi minsan hindi marunong magtapon ng tamang tapunan. Yun yung kalat na nakita nila, sir. Sa mga customer at sa mga nagpa-parking doon na tricycle.
Plastic na itim.
Oo.
Yung kalat na yun. Pero sa iba marami rin kalat.
Oo.
Customer.
To keep the park clean, the organizers of the concert in Carino Grandstand gave garbage bags to everyone to keep their trash. Visitors were also required to segregate their trash. But due to the heaps of trash gathered this holiday season, Environment Secretary Benny Antiporda has urged LGUs to impose a minimum penalty of 1,000 pesos for the non-segregation of solid waste, on top of current littering penalties ranging from 300 to 1,000 pesos. Those who cannot afford the fine will have community service. The DENR estimates waste generated in Luneta Park is less than half of the 50 metric tons collected in the Christmas celebration last year. For News 5, Justine Punsalang, we are One News.
Davao City welcomed the new decade with a bang. The loud and lively noise of trumpets are more than made up for what the city lacked on the fireworks display department. Hundreds joined the annual Torotot Festival, and it was twice the fun with 18 larger-than-life trumpets displayed during the event, most of which were made of recycled materials, such as this one, made of broken chargers, earphone, and even side mirrors. Some displays take cues from nature like this one, inspired by a fish. This one pays homage to the Philippine eagle, an emblem of Davao City. The contestants also showed off their colorful outfits. Some showed creativity by blowing off glitters from their huge Torotot props. This one had a futuristic theme, while another takes inspiration from the sea creatures. There's also a peacock and a phoenix. One contestant even sported the colors of LGBT flag. Acting Mayor Baste Duterte also joined the celebration. Despite the banning of fireworks display, he says New Year's Eve festivities in Davao City are still joyful.
Masaya pa rin naman yung mga tao, which is mas importante rin kasi yung yung walang disgrasya lalo na sa araw ng New Year.
The city government has imposed a fireworks ban since 2002, a measure to curb injuries. For News 5, Jam Avancenia, we are One News.
And by now, it is officially 2020 all over the world. Let's check out the sights and sounds of a new decade dawning. New York City welcomed the 20s with its iconic ball drop in Times Square. Thousands traveled from across the U.S. to witness the tradition. In Paris, thousands gathered at the Champs-Élysées for a fireworks show over the Arc de Triomphe. Images of other Paris landmarks, such as the Eiffel Tower and the Louvre Pyramid, were also projected onto the 18th century monument. In what was, for them, unusually warm weather, Russians ushered in 2020 with a pyrotechnic show over Moscow's Red Square. Meteorologists say higher temperatures were brought on by an atmospheric front from the Atlantic Ocean. Down under, Australia's boasted of their attempt at creating the brightest light beam in the southern hemisphere. They blasted it from the iconic Sydney Harbour Bridge, while fireworks were launched from 7 barges around the harbour, the Sydney Opera House, and the city's Harbour Bridge. Instead of fireworks, meanwhile, more than 2,000 drones flew formations over a throng of revelers in Shanghai. The drones flashed and glowed with various colors, puncturing the midnight sky with various shapes and 3-dimensional patterns. Meanwhile, celebrations were relatively toned down in Hong Kong. as protesters flocked to sites across the semi-autonomous Chinese territory. Still, a light show and some rooftop fireworks around Victoria Harbor kept Hong Kong residents in theme with the rest of the forward-looking world. In Taiwan, the iconic Taipei 101 Tower looked like one big Roman candle when the clock struck midnight. Crowds cheered as pyrotechnics snaked down the sides of one of the world's tallest buildings.